I worked my ass off today. I had to play wheelbarrow guy for concrete today. So you got a wheelbarrow underneath the concrete truck, and it just poops out concrete into the wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
And then you take that wheelbarrow into the job site and dump it. And it was me, my uncle, and one of our coworkers. It was 3 guys. We each had a barrel. And it was just constant. Like, you don't stop. You go, you make a lap, you come back, fill it up. Go, make a lap, come back, fill it up. And it's like, wheelbarrows full of concrete are heavy.
Yeah.
We're talking like...
They're not light.
We're talking like average between 300 and 500 pounds, probably. Yeah. And like lifting that up and kind of like going up a hill with it, and then you got to pick it up and dump it out. So I got my ass handed to me today.
Hell yeah.
And then we come in with this fucking Tom and Nova shit.
Yeah.
It just blew my mind.
Wiped, dude.
I'm like,
wiped.
I'm going to sleep so good tonight.
Yeah.
I need a hot shower and lobotomy after this. And now we're going to get into Dax.
Yeah. It's going to be a good week for music.
This is going to be... It's getting real Western out here.
Yeah.
We're going to get proportionate on this YouTube channel this week.
It's about to get real proportionate around here.
307 Reacts. I am Matt. That is Chris.
Yo.
You guys, I don't know if I've told you this lately, except in every other video we've been posting recently, but you are the best audience on YouTube. Thanks. I don't care what any of those other channels say about you guys. I've heard them say it, and I'm like, no. You don't know these guys like we do. They're the best audience in the world.
Yes.
On the screen in front of us, it has been a long time coming. Dax. This is a cover, well, a one-take video of Eminem featuring Jay-Z. The song is Renegade, and it's a remix. And the last time we had Dax on the screen for a one-take was, I think, the Rap God one. Rap Demigod, something like
yeah,
I can't remember what it was. But it was him walking down like the Prairie Road or whatever and just did the one take on it. And that
blew my mind.
Kind of one of my, I think that was like my second or third interaction with Dax, maybe second, I can't remember. It was unbelievably mind-blowing. And I can only imagine this is going to be probably some of the same stuff. I don't know the song Renegade right off the top, but I'm sure once the beat starts playing, I might recognize it. I didn't really recognize Rap God or Rap Demigod or whatever when it came out, but then I went back the next day and listened to the Eminem version, and I gotta say, Eminem, like, he did it on that song. He did it. It's good. He's quick. The fact that Dax was able to come back and rewrite the entire song and do a one-take video on it,
and to keep that pace way longer than Eminem did.
Yeah, like he really
insane.
did it. He really did it. So, interested to see what's going to happen with this one. Let's just jump right in because we got 50% battery on the GoPro. We got another video to shoot after this, so we should just get going. Like, comment, subscribe. We really appreciate you guys being here. Let's have a conversation in the comments. Shall we? Let's go.
No, you're not.
Dax is always quitting rap, by the way.
Yeah.
He quits rap every week. Just want to say that.
He goes, I'm quitting today.
Yeah.
I'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, game of life, I'm a king in every domain. Pawn me off to the matrix, I bet you I still reign. Storming through every beat, how I thunder and bring the pain. You would think a tornado hit, how I mix it up when I sang. Radiation from these Hollywood stars is causing the cancer. Keeping up with the Joneses and chains are paying your massa. Rap is a plantation, make you slave and demand you. Help them pick up the crop that they use to cook propaganda. Microdose through the media, poison mislead the youth. Make them believe this, thought they reality's been the truth. Watered down education, take the God out of schools. Have you worshiping idols to push political views? I'm a renegade. For what I say, not what I wear. The car I drive and the money you think I got to spare. I'm called to duty, I'm modern with all my warfare. But I don't get paid by the devil, so when my million's there, there's no gravity, weakness, or any atrophy. I invest in myself, my stocks rising and actually bonds people together. I mutually fund humanity. Bank on Dax, it's tax-free to gas me this. New age got me pondering things inside my mind. I'm taking President Trump in the game while biding my time. They all want World War III, and I see all the signs, so I'm mass shooting these bars. My columns bind, take your brain and free it, transport it to another place.
I can't. We're not going to get a chance to stop if we just let him go.
My God.
How does he do this? Microdose with the media. I can't even remember what he said there, but talking about how like the media microdoses these kids to brainwash them. They bend the truth. They lie about things like.
Well, and he talks about it in the very top. Okay, very top of the song.
I got to check something really quick. Go ahead.
He talks about how the Hollywood stars are like a toxic radiating on, like, basically influencing other people to think that their lives should be this way.
Yeah.
And it's like, in all reality, their lives really aren't that way, but that's the facade they have to put on to keep up the narrative.
And to keep getting paid, honestly. Like, I have to make you think that I live a certain way so that you'll keep watching my content so that I can keep getting paid from it.
Yes.
Before you know it, I'm just a different person.
Yeah. And then he talks about the rappers competing for chains.
Yeah.
And those chains are the chains of slavery that keep you in the game. Like,
dude.
protect this man at all costs.
No shit, dude.
Like, oh my God.
Man. Something about, I don't know if he said I'm voting for Trump while I'm biding my time.
Yeah. That was
or
fantastic.
I'm rooting for Trump while I'm biding my time. Whatever he said, I can't remember the line, but he's just the way he is mixing these words.
And then the Call of Duty reference was,
dude, I'm
fucking tier 1.
It's the Call of Duty with this modern warfare. Like, is that now other than Grand Theft Auto 5? Is that like the second best-selling game of all time? Because Grand Theft Auto 5, right? Best-selling game of all time.
So I wouldn't say it's the best-selling game. I would say it is one of the best-selling franchises. Is the Call of Duty franchise.
Highest grossing revenue game of all time or something like that with the online feature, I think. I think it's something like that.
Potentially.
I know it's up there.
It's up there. It's at least top 10.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'd say top 5.
But, like, it depends on... So, like, Modern Warfare 2... Now, here's the thing. If you go to look up Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, there have been 3 of the exact same games. There was the original Modern Warfare 2, which is the most well-known. Everybody played it.
That's the one. That's where all the memes came from.
And then they made a second one that was an updated. It sucked. It just had better graphics and more glitches.
Okay.
And then they did it.
Wait. You're talking about Counter-Strike.
Oh. Yeah. So then they did it again, which was worse. Okay.
Nice.
And they're like, oh, it comes with a new map, and it was one they pulled from another Call of Duty game.
You're literally talking about Counter-Strike Source to Counter-Strike to CS:GO. That's exactly what they did.
That's the reason.
Changed the graphics, updated this, that, and the other. And look, there's a few new maps. Oh, what we failed to mention though is that everything sucks in this new game.
Because like every year with Call of, and this is the way it started.
Talk to me about CS:GO. Talk to me about it. I'm
Sorry,
ready.
We're off on a rabbit trail, but
video games.
Call of Duty. I quit playing it at Cold War.
Okay.
Because it felt like I was buying the same game every year for $70.
Okay.
$70 to get the same shit I had 10 fucking years ago with different graphics and worse drivers.
But wait, look, there's a map or there's a throwback map. It's like, wait a second. So you guys dug out a map that was already created from the archives, did less work than you needed to do, and still charged me the same price to play something I've already played 100 times?
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay, Tony Hawk. Like, that's exactly, however, I've heard the Tony Hawk remasters are phenomenal.
At least they put work into it.
Yeah, they actually remastered it, and they didn't change up the engine very much, so it still controls the same. From what I need to play them, but I haven't yet. But anyways, Dax is an insane rapper, and this is what happens.
Anyway.
Let's go.
I'm mass shooting these bars. My columns bind. Take your brain and free it. Transport it to another place. Has your speech free if you can't speak if they disagree. I see OnlyFans models grossing hundreds of Ks, but you get canceled for agreeing with Tristan and Andrew Tate. Like Oppenheimer. Mistake in the game is a harsh reminder. The beef I cook is the rarest kind. They label me major but always minor in the flow tactics and promotional styles I used to engage the masses. Running the game, but when I spaz, they blame it on lactic acid. Cause they know I'm automatic. I don't miss, they move the basket. They say I'm out of my mind, but I'm the one who's conscious rapping, living way below my means, avoiding baby mama advances, thinking for myself and not getting tricked into political stances. Dumb antics, trigger words, gaslighting or semantics. If America's printing money, then why the hell am I paying taxes? Global warming's real, detrimental and problematic, but I'm not buying an electric car cause all they'll do is control and crash it like the stock market. First destroy the nuclear family, the women are easier targets. Call it toxic masculinity until they needed to fight the wars they started. Incentivize single motherhood, then promote it through the music department and call Dax trap.
Call it toxic masculinity till they need it to fight the wars they started.
Oh my God.
This is going to be a rough one, folks. Fuck, where are our seatbelts at?
Dude, I still have the boxes in the garage. We really need to get those installed on the chair. This would be a moment where it's like, okay, hey, I didn't realize that I was just going to be blown out of my seat.
I didn't realize I was going to get rolled down a hill like Jesus.
Can we go back and hit like this whole section where he kind of starts going fast?
Yeah.
Where he starts hauling ass through this?
Yeah.
There's a couple things that just really quick we need to make pauses on because he says some things that it's just like, what?
I ain't going to make it through.
I'm not either. Let's go.
Means avoiding baby mama advances, thinking for myself and not getting tricked into political stances. Dumb antics, trigger words, gaslighting, or semantics. If America's printing money, then why the hell am I paying taxes?
Right there.
Global warming's real, detrimental, and problematic, but I'm not buying an electric car because all they'll do is control and crash it.
Never even thought about that, but I mean...
Do you know Ford put in a thing recently, okay, that, it got approved by the...
There's that indigestion we were talking about.
There it is.
Killing me, dude.
By the Highway Department, but it has to go to Congress now to get voted on. Okay. So here's the deal. They're saying, hey, on all of our vehicles that we sell, we would like to put a self-driving feature in them that the customers could use. But if they don't make their payment, rather than paying somebody to repossess the car, it just drives itself back to the dealership.
We talked about this like a year ago, didn't we? Something like that? What?
Last I heard, it's still going through the thing.
And this is what I'm talking. I never even thought about the fact that electric cars are so plugged in.
Dude, Jason's Tesla, I did the self-driving thing, like, which around Casper, like, the thing you have to worry about is, like, the lines on the road aren't super clear. How defined are the
lines? Right, yep.
Which, it does a road with... I took 6 roads with no lines.
And it did it?
It did fucking perfect.
Really?
It avoided other traffic. It saw a stop sign. It stopped.
Whoa.
It saw a red light. Stopped. The light turned green. It took off. Like, dude, it was insane how accurate that thing is.
Super impressive. And I guess it could be different with Elon Musk because he's kind of doing his own thing.
Well, he's had some issues with his too, but
fair. Well, I was just saying, as far as connectivity to the government and things like that, you might get away with a little more with his side of stuff. But like once Ford and Chevy start doing this kind of thing, where it's just, if you don't make your payment, your car you wake up in the morning and your car's just driving away.
Your car just left you, just like your wife,
and you're like,
just
what's
fucking
going on?
gone.
And then you get a notification on your phone, you haven't made your payment. You can come get your car at the dealership when you get back to zero balance on your payment. Like, well. I have to call my boss now and tell me that my car drove away.
My car drove away? Could you imagine?
Dude, that's like what goes through my head. like, hey, boss, I'm not going to make it today unless someone can come pick me up. Wait, what's going on with your car? It left.
It left.
What?
It's almost easier to just say it got stolen. Okay,
you might as well at that point.
Yeah,
because no one is going to buy my car just
drove away.
I was going to get in it and it just left without me.
Yeah.
And I have to
lock the doors and
it's
left.
It's gone. I never even thought about that, but yeah, they're so plugged in that.
But here's the thing: in order for that to work, it has to have a connection to some sort of server, so it can
it has
very
to be
easily be
plugged
hacked.
in. Yeah,
yep.
Just like, so
that's the scary thing.
Just like Microsoft and shutting down all the airports and all the planes and everything. Like anything connected to the web has a potential to be hacked. So, never even thought about that. The government involvement in electric cars, where it's just like, the government will just drive it. They'll just program it to drive it wherever it needs to go.
You're a little problematic. Oh no, you lost control of your Tesla. See
dude, that's crazy. Let's keep going. It's going to take us an hour to get through this. I knew it would.
The stock market first destroy the nuclear family. The women are easier targets. Call it toxic masculinity until they needed to fight the wars they started. Incentivize single motherhood, then promote it through the music department. And called Dax trash and thought-provoking music, literal garbage. No wonder the youth is so lethargic, soft, easily influenced, lacks stability, self-awareness, and guzzling Ritalin. ADHD is overdiagnosed. Kids don't lack focus. They've had an iPad since 2, and that algorithm's potent. But I'm off that, switching gears. V12 with the bar strict, then I move shift, then I'm in it clear. And that bay like the Buccaneers. Tempo with the flow, I'll put it in cruise, cause my control's approaching speeds of top 5 and potentially the GOAT. No, for real, I just turned 30 years old. I've been beat down, stepped on, cheated on, and broke. I was invisible as Daniel, then became Dax and awoken to a lifestyle where I wish I had an invisibility cloak. Ain't that funny? Women like you more when you have money. I go stupid but ain't no dummy, and I know what the cash flow does.
What is that camera effect? He does that in a lot of his videos where like it's almost like the camera's fixed on maybe not him, maybe it's fixed on the background and the background's moving but he's not. What is that? What is that effect? How does that...
I know the other time we saw it was with Adam Calhoun, Demon Jones, Dusty Lee, and Broadnax. They used that where it was like they were walking into images of themselves.
Yeah.
Like
it's a really cool. Really cool effect.
It's almost like a screen tearing. It's not quite screen tearing, but it's almost like the screen tears away the image for just a brief moment and brings it back. Man, I don't know how they do that.
He's way better at editing than I am. I love the line. I love how he talks about like, I'm 30 years old. I've been beaten, broken, scarred. I've gone through it all. And let's be real. For anyone out there that is over 30, which is most of our audience, most of you guys understand. After you hit 30, you're kind of desensitized to a lot of things. There's not a lot that is overly shocking at that point in your life. I like how he says, I spent most of my life as Daniel. And I was invisible. And then I changed my name to Dax, and I blew up and had this crazy sensational thing happen to me, and now I wish I had an invisible cloak.
Yeah.
He's like, isn't that funny how that works? And I've always thought about that in the realm of becoming super famous, because I always wanted to be famous as a kid. And once you get older and you realize, like, I don't know if it's everything it's cut out to be, because you have to go through all of these what do I want to call it? I don't want to say political things, but it's
just imagine, like, he was just saying it's funny how girls like you more when you have money. Imagine dating as Dax.
It's got to be dating as any influencer or person of recognition. Yeah. It's got to be wild. Yeah. Because there has to be a part of you.
You don't know what the true intentions are.
There has to be a part of you with every interaction that is telling you, like, this person is only here because I have 30 million views on YouTube. That's the only reason they're here. Yeah. They probably don't even like me. They might not even think I'm attractive. Yeah. They think my numbers are attractive. Yeah. What a weird, wild place to be. Yeah. And I don't know. I consider it kind of in the same neighborhood as having to go to high school right now. I think going to high school right now, being a high schooler, has got to be absolutely wild and unbelievable. And I would never want to have to experience that.
Oh, Jose tells me stories. His little sister is in middle school.
Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh.
I bet it is just a roller coaster, dude.
It is wild.
Okay.
I guess she got in trouble the other day because some boy come into the girls' bathroom saying that, he's
a girl.
Or to quote South Park, I'm transgender.
Or cisgender, whatever it is. Yeah. Oh, jeez.
She beat his brakes off.
Really?
In that fucking bathroom. Yeah.
You know what?
And the principal was like, well,
technically, you have to get in trouble. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Technically,
I have to reprimand you, but
I get it. It's just, I can't imagine. Like, me and Jose were talking about this the other day. All right. Everybody that I went, like, you guys who were a little older, high school, there wasn't, you guys might have been getting cell phone. Well, a lot of you probably not.
I had a cell phone in high school.
Like, we had cell phones in high school. Some kids even had some of the early smartphones, but, like, nobody was videoing everything because
that was like, it didn't exist. Your phone didn't have enough memory to be doing that shit.
Well, some of them did, but here's the deal. Nobody was getting famous for just stupid content, right?
The internet wasn't based on putting a video out and people watching it.
Like the Haktua girl back in, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, would have never, like, oh, yeah, that's kind of funny, whatever. And nobody would have ever thought to post that to the internet and get famous. Yeah. And, like, so nobody was filming anything because we didn't know that was an avenue.
A video like that may have gone around your grade or like even a couple of circles in your grade, but it never would have made it to like that. It would have been well known maybe for a couple hundred people, not a couple million people.
So like nobody really filmed anything. People. So like we got away with a lot.
You're right.
Like we, we did all sorts of stupid shit all the time.
Tons.
And like nobody filmed it. Everything gets filmed now.
There was also no.
Jose's friend has a video. There was a bomb threat to the school, and supposedly the kid was in one of the classes. Now this kid was just fucking around on like a random, he was an anonymous tipster on a board and just wanted to fuck with people or whatever. Well, it turns out that kid was in Jose's class, and so they're like, oh, it's another bomb threat, like fucking whatever, dude, like. So Jose and his two friends are Fortnite dancing in the classroom when SWAT busts through the fucking door, and Jose's just like doing his little.
Just immediately,
I was like, bro, that's the video you post.
Yeah,
okay,
that's the one.
But like, that's the thing. His friend films everything.
Crazy.
Like every fight, Jose could tell you a story and go, "I know somebody who has a video of it." And, like, that just never existed with us.
I have 30-year-old friends or acquaintances that I know that constantly post a Snapchat. They post a Snapchat like a 16-year-old girl. And I'm just like, I don't understand where you find the time in the first place to be able to just constantly have your phone out and ready. Normally when things are happening, like when I catch a big fish or something, I half the time I don't get the photo or the thing because I'm so in the moment. My hands are covered in shit, and I just want to get the fish back.
That's
in the
the hard
water.
thing about like the demo derbies, getting into concerts and stuff. I just get so sucked
I'm just
into whatever
the thing that's going on. Yeah. So it's a different.
It's a different generation.
Different generation,
man. I couldn't
for sure.
imagine.
These kids are just ready to go with the video.
Dating in today's day and age. I mean, everything that you do is online. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. It's a crapshoot out there. We're gonna get through this.
It's a crazy world.
I'll put it in cruise cause my control's approaching speeds of top 5 and potentially the GOAT. But no, for real, I just turned 30 years old. I've been beat down, stepped on, cheated on, and broke. I was invisible as Daniel, then became Dax and awoke into a lifestyle where I wish I had an invisibility cloak. Ain't that funny? Women like you more when you have money. I go stupid but ain't no dummy, and I know if the cash flow stops, some of you wouldn't love me, and that's why I value respect. Cause you can love me and hurt me, but if you respect and fear losing me, you'll always second guess. Come correct, return text in like 30 minutes or less, and make sure when you're around me, you always have good breath. Not manipulate me with sex, then divorce me cause you're not happy, and take half of my wealth and say you need to go find yourself. What the well, actually I don't cuss cause I'm a Christian. Jesus died on the cross for my sins and I'm forgiven. These verses take you to church and help you with mental illness. That's why I don't call it music, I call this here a religion. That's why I'm quitting rap, the religion's being abused. Rap used to tell a story and now it's all for the views. I look around at the world, turn on the TV and news, and it feels like I'm on the Truman Show. So what do? I go to the gym and carry the heaviest weight I can find, building up my strength, then sharpening my mind with books like the Bible. I could run for miles, but I tore a hole in my sneakers, trying to lead the blind, trying to lift the weight that's pulling down mankind, trying to spark a change in this darkness. Now I feel heartless. I gave you 10 years, you ignored me. That made me this monster who vomits the truth regardless of what the main
straight up Eminem vibe right there, dude. Like,
love that.
Straight up, like, played right out of Eminem's book right there. And I would say that's like an homage or whatever to it. Like that was awesome.
Yeah,
dude. I can't keep up with everything that he's saying. I mean, if we stopped for all these lines, we would be here until midnight. Okay, and like we got things to do. I got to work. If you want
a live review of every line of the song, you are more than welcome to request that.
That's true.
And maybe one or two of you.
We need to do another live stream soon anyway. So if it's something you guys would like to see us like break down a Dax song in a live stream and actually go, because there's so much information in what he says, and everything is almost, I mean, every other line is like this groundbreaking, like, yes, dude, yes, we need to have a conversation about that, but it's like we can't, it would be
not enough time in the day.
A 3-hour video, and I don't even want to start with those comments. I can't believe it was a 4-minute video, 5-minute video, 40-minute reaction. Yep. Yep. Get good. I don't know what to tell you. This is what we're doing. Good. This is why you're here. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let's go back 10 and let's just finish this thing out, or try to.
Trying to spark a change in this darkness. Now I feel heartless. I gave you 10 years, you ignored me. That made me this monster who vomits the truth regardless of what the mainstream wants. I pop culture with each and every song. The devil's dancing, I will not follow along. I rebuke him with every lyrical concept as a response. From Matthew to Mark to Luke to Genesis back to John. I say King James, these kids think I'm talking about LeBron. I could leave land and travel to every country abroad and disperse heat. May God have mercy on those trying to hurt me. And if I'm not worthy of bearing this cross, I pray I fall off and get a regular job. Back when nobody called, back when happiness wasn't fleeting, even though I was barely eating and couldn't even afford to be in my feelings. A politic with you heathens, have anxiety, thoughts of depression, or barely breathing. Mama told me this life is a test, most people cheating, looking at others' papers, copying and agreeing, using makeup to cover up scars and adhesions, masking pain with addictions, using it to fight demons, watching porn and allowing these women to be a weakness, of getting naked for money and sucking guzzling semen, and in the midst of a
damn,
I hit my knees in agreement, understood the assignment, expectations and reasons. Hollywood's Babylon and they hail right underneath. It's the reason they feel the need to proceed and reject Jesus, regardless if you believe it. Money, power, and fame corrupts morality standards, mutes and muddies the brain. I've seen it for myself, held and pushed it away, spoke the ugly truth, turned to a renegade.
Wow.
Yo. Again, most of the time when we watch a Dax video, it
this
immediately...
headphone's getting a little heavy over here with all this truth
I
out
know,
here.
right?
God damn.
most of the time when we watch a Dax video, the song immediately goes on my Apple Music right afterwards.
Yeah.
This is no exception to that. It is immediately going to my Apple Music. The second we get a chance. The second, like, we're done with these reactions, that's where it's going. The line right at the end, well, towards the end, where he said, "My mom told me this life was a test. Most everybody's cheating. Copying on papers, copying off everybody, like..."
And then signing off for other reasons or whatever. It's like...
So good, dude. That's such a good... Because, you hear your whole life coming up. Life is just a test, just be ready, and be aware and what's going on around you and things like that. And the fact that he follows it up with most everybody's cheating. So there are so many people out there taking advantage of programs and doing the wrong thing to get ahead or marrying into money just because we talked about it, the views.
Money,
and he even said, like, most of these people, what would you do without like if I didn't have all this money, would you even care? Like, but half the reason you guys care is because I'm famous and I have money and I make views. My numbers.
I love the make sure you have clean breath when they come around me.
Yeah.
It took me a second to kind of figure out, like, what the hell is he...
It's a metaphor.
It's a metaphor for shit talking.
Yep.
Like, don't be talking that shit when you come around
breath
me.
when you come around. Don't be airing out your fucking dirty laundry around me and talking
so
shit.
Good.
I don't need to hear it. Dude.
It's...
Dax he's
insane.
He's on another level. He's just on another level. It makes so much sense that Tom and him constantly collab or are in each other's videos or what have you, because they're both so prolific in what they do.
I was really happy to see, Tom and Adam and him were just what was it? Was it white people shit or black people shit or whatever? You remember that song?
Oh,
and they were like,
was it white boy shit or
that's black people shit?
Yeah.
And he's like, the fuck?
Yeah, he's all
like, what the fuck?
What? yeah, that one. I can't remember the name of that one, but yeah,
that
one's on our channel also.
But yeah, I mean, Dak, I just love when he, like, it is the best combination of hip hop and rap and just Southern gospel truth. Okay, you know what I mean? Like,
he just comes out here.
Like, he comes out and is not afraid to hurt some feelings. And I get it. Church isn't for everybody. Okay, but that's one of the things I do appreciate. And I told Kenna this because Kenna's very anti-church, if you will. I said, here's the thing about down south. That preacher typically doesn't care who you are, where you come from, what the thing. Here's the thing. He's not going to judge you for what you're wearing, who you are, where you come from. But he's going to tell you what you think you need to hear, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, sure.
And, like, that's the thing I like about Dax. Dax delivers that Southern preacher, don't give a fuck message.
And it's just his writing style. The way that he writes and the way that he rhymes is captivating enough on its own.
Yeah.
And then he ties it into these messages where you're just like, damn, dude. Damn, I can't keep up, man.
Yeah.
It's so good. Yeah. 100,000 million out of 5 every time.
Every time.
So good, man. I think we're going to get away with this one. You said this was like
so.
No licensing on this one. So we have to be careful with what we do with our Dax stuff. I think he's got a publishing deal or something like that. So we have to be careful with that stuff. But I think we're going to get away with this.
Everybody says he's independent. It's like, well,
he is. But he is. There's a lot of people out there.
Publishing deals are
Yep. They also, publishing deals can go through YouTube and licensing and things like that. Publishers can be licensed by record companies and labels and stuff too. Yeah. So we just have to be careful. For everyone that's been like, oh, you can do more Dax, or any artist for that matter, where it's like Pentatonics, where like, oh no, other people do it.
Pentatonics is straight up side.
We can't do it. They're on Sony. We can't do it. And I know people are like, oh, but other people they do layers. They play the video backwards. They stop at a certain amount of time. They're following all these.
Typically, 9 times out of 10, their channel disappears after 3 years. So.
Yeah, and so it's like
I know some other people who said, oh yeah, you can react to whoever you want. You just have to make sure you do this, that, and the other. And they have restarted their YouTube channel 3 to 4 times in the time that we've had ours for 3 years.
Well, I was going to say, we've been around for 3 years and we've run into a couple speed bumps, but we're still here, okay?
We're still here.
So
Never had our channel taken down.
Yeah, and because we're careful. We do our homework. We got to check things. But we're going to get as much Dax as we can on the channel. He's incredible. And as long as we can get him on, we're going to keep him on because he's awesome.
That's it.
Incredible.
Well, if you guys enjoyed today's video as much as we did, be sure to leave a big old thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, click the bell, become part of the notification gang, and do a little bit of good this week in your little corner of the world.
Yeah.
Okay, I know it's tough. Sometimes you just want to be a hateful little fucking asshole. Okay, I thrive on that sometimes. But I got to be a nice guy this week.
Catch me on the job site, okay? Just saying.
Don't catch me on the job site. Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't catch me on that job site. Catch me after job site, okay?
Yeah.
Then I might be nice.
Yeah.
We'll see. But anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Bow.
Catch me at the bar after work where I'm getting a refreshing beverage and I'm calming down a little bit. Might still be a little heated, might still be a little hot, but we're gonna be working our way down, so that's the best time.
We're working our way down.